And it's time for business news. First, we had Black Monday, then a Super Tuesday. And Richard, now we have this, an extremely wild Wednesday on the markets. What's happening?
Yeah, it was another sell-off today, Christina, another dizzying one. In fact, the TSX and the Dow both closed in what they call bear market territory, meaning those two stock indices are down 20% from the record highs we saw just in February. I mean, things have turned around so dramatically in 2 or 3 weeks here. The bell rang on Wall Street, and the Dow was down 1,400 points today. TSX was down 688 points, or 4.6%. I mean, traders, again, selling everything in sight. What they're trying to do here, they're trying to price in the worst-case scenario for companies, which is, companies having less things to sell as maybe factories eventually have to slow down or shut down because of a potential quarantine that might be on the way. Companies could see fewer customers because people might be huddling at home instead of going out to restaurants. And this is, remember, markets, Christina, they're all about looking into the future right now. And it's just, we don't know what the immediate future holds because of this virus. That's why we're seeing the volatility. And it's not going to end until we kind of get a handle on the coronavirus.
Well, that actually doesn't sound all that comforting, Richard.
It doesn't, but I mean, that is kind of the worst case scenario. And the markets have to consider that going forward. We've only seen a few stocks move to the upside. They've been the grocery store stocks, the food stocks like Maple Leaf Foods. Dollarama's done well because investors are thinking a recession could be coming and consumers could have less money to spend. It's true. It's a little bleak when you look at the markets, though that doesn't mean that's exactly how it's going to play out, Christine.
Well, the coronavirus is prompting Uber to take some safety precautions. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I found this really interesting. And if you're a regular customer, you might have got the email from Uber about this. What they're saying is if a driver or a user has been diagnosed with the COVID-19 virus, Uber will block them from using the service, right? Uber also promising, this is big, Uber promising financial assistance for 14 days for any driver diagnosed with the virus. Company didn't say exactly how much money drivers would receive. There are like 4 million Uber drivers in North America. As far as Uber Eats, Christina, it will allow customers to arrange a drop-off so they could just leave the food at your door without interacting with you.
Well, it sounds like Uber's taking some big steps at least, and it looks like we're seeing some big changes at the gas station. So we saw gas prices drop 10 cents at midnight. Now you're saying there's going to be even more changes coming down the week?
There are more changes coming, but did you see the big lineups this morning? Everyone's, yeah, like we were at City News was at Costco, where the price actually went down into the 80-cent range, and everyone was saying, hey, I haven't seen this in years. I got to fill up. So there were some lineups. We went down 10 cents this morning, right, Christina? So here's what's going to happen. We went down 10 cents this morning. You can see the lineups there at Costco this morning. Tonight at midnight tonight, we're going up 2 pennies. But then on Friday, we're going down 2 pennies. So we're going to be kind of back where we are now on Friday. These are some of the lowest prices we've seen in years. The price for oil tanked again today. And jet fuel demand, which a lot of investors look to, Christina, jet fuel demand down 13%, a sign people are not traveling as much, perhaps a sign that we're going to see even cheaper gasoline prices in the near future.
Good news for drivers, not so good news for the oil industry. Thanks so much, Richard. We'll talk to you again in the next hour.
Thanks.